tonight in our Krav Maga class, we're going to work on some footwork, on how to advance during a technique. You know, because a lot of times when we do our self-defense techniques, we're being very aggressive. So, you know, we're attacking the attacker is one of our slogans. So we're just going to do a quick warm-up. So you're just going to run around, you know, just jog in place, move around, you know, do that for a couple of minutes. And then after you're done, then you're going to move to stretching. So like I said, you know, a couple things to warm up with, you know, jumping jacks, light jogging, you can shadow box, you know, just move around, just get the blood pumping and moving around. Okay, once you're done about 5 minutes of warming up, then you're going to move to stretching. So you want to do top, bottom. So I usually like to start from the head. So I do a couple seconds on each side, and I switch, a couple seconds, then I pull down, now I look up, and I bring the arm across. Like I said, this is going to be very, very quick. Switch, you know, this is pretty much my stretching routine when we do stuff on in person. All right, now overhead. So ideally, you're going to want to bring the elbow back and push down. And I switch sides. All right. Then from here, hands are out, and you're going to twist. Okay. So when you twist, I'm going to get up onto the ball of my feet. If I twist this way, I don't have as much of a good stretch as if I turn my foot. Now you see how much more I can stretch. Okay, so hold that a few seconds. All right, and then you switch to the other side. Good. So now from there, we're going to have the feet on the ground. Okay, so you're going to bring one foot in, extend the other, opposite hand reaches over, touches the toes. If you can't touch them, just wave hello to them, they're there. All right, a couple seconds here. You're going to switch. Again, a couple seconds. Then both feet out front. Again, if you can't reach your toes, wave hello to them. If this is too easy, then try to get your wrist past your ankles. Okay? And from there, you go to a butterfly stretch. Again, a couple seconds. And from there, you're going to both legs out. Okay, and try to get your elbows to the ground. Yes, it is possible. Feet. Okay, a couple seconds there. And then you're going to flip over to a plank position. And bend one leg, straightening out the other. You're stretching out your calves. And then alternate on your own, just a couple seconds. And that right there is the stretching routine, part of the warm-up. So another good dynamic, it's still part of the warm-up, is working our 6 series of punching. So this is our basic punching where we're working straights, hooks, and uppercuts. Okay? Now, for those that don't know or beginners, you know, punching, I always say punching and kicking is always your essential self-defense. So we practice punching and kicking a lot in our warm-ups as drills, or as a warm-up technique to get us going, like shadow boxing and stuff like that, so we can learn how to throw proper punches and kicks. All right? So, 6 series. It involves straights, hooks, uppercuts, like I said. All right? And the numbers will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, to break that down a little bit more, all right? So first things first, to make a closed fist, you're going to bring the hands, you're going to bring your fingers down as much as you can, and then the thumbs are going to go right over the first 2 knuckles, like so. Now, when you make contact with something, you want to hit with these first 2 knuckles, and I'm throwing a little bit of a twist into it when I throw my punch. Okay, so if you can see the footwork, if you want to see the footwork for the 4 series of punching, I have a video as well on my channel. Just check that out. And the 6th series of punching is a little bit different as far as the punching sequence, but as far as the footwork and everything, twist, the rotation of the hips is all the same. All right, so a good practice since you guys are at home is to be in front of a mirror. Okay, so if I'm here in my good fighting stance, all right, so I'm here in my good fighting stance. So obviously I'm here standing. If I want to get into my fighting stance, my left leg comes in front if I'm right-handed, and then from there I have 60-40 weight distribution here, and my hands are up. All right, so when I want to do my punches, I want to try to punch my face in the mirror. Okay, so if I'm here in my fighting stance, I am going to try to punch right in front of my face. So there's my 2 straights. Okay, now if I want to throw hooks, I'm throwing to my face. Boom. Try to go a little bit past, as you see. Boom. My elbow is nice and up, and my fist is vertical. Yes, you can throw hooks this way, but you leave yourself to a little bit of danger, because if in case the attacker moves back a little bit, you can hit these 2 knuckles right here and cause a boxer's fracture. This is a more safer hook, but you can throw hooks this way as well. All right, so our hooks, hand comes out, flip over, and I'm turning, and I turn. Notice how all my punches are coming to the face. Same thing when I throw my uppercut. I drop down just a little bit. I don't want to do this. I don't want to shovel, okay? This is what we call shoveling punches. I don't want to shovel my uppercuts. So I drop down, and I rise up. Drop down, and I rise up, okay? So if you look from the uppercut, I'm here. I'm here. I can even go a little bit out as well. Okay? Now, if you notice, from here, I'm throwing 2 straight punches, hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut. So you notice how I'm rotating the hips, and you notice the pivot of my feet. Boom, hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut. So when we do the 6 series, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So when you're in front of a mirror, practice that. Practice making the punches go to your face. Boom, boom. Okay? So give that a shot. All right? That's something to work on. Now, moving on to footwork. Okay? Now, in Krav Maga, most of our techniques start from here. All right? This is what we call our semi-passive stance. This is what we call a passive stance. We do have techniques from this position. 80% of our techniques are from here. And then we also have what we call the fighting position, or outlet stance, from here. All right? So, as far as the footwork, now a lot of times when we do the footwork, there tends to be a little overlapping or opening up too much on the footwork. So, I have this nice little pad here. So if you have tile floors at home, great. Okay, this will really, really help with your footwork. Okay? So let's say this line right here, okay, is the edge of my attacker, or the person that's attacking me. So they're standing here. Their right foot will be right here. Okay? So I'm here, trying to de-escalate the situation. All right? Now, as far as the footwork, I want to step diagonally out, just a little bit, and then I'm going to turn 45 degrees into them. I know the mat kind of turned a little bit, but I'm also, as you see, I'm facing 45 degrees into the square. Okay? So again, I'm on this side, I'm trying to de-escalate, all right? I'm going to step, and then from here, I'm going to turn, okay? So let's say, just bear with me, this is where the attacker is standing. Maybe he's doing something, I don't know, okay? So this is what we call this lane right here is what we call the channel of attack. Okay, I'm trying to get out of the channel. I don't want to be in this area when when I'm being attacked, threatened, or whatever. Okay, so good practice. Practice this at home if you have tiles. So I'm here in my defensive state. Okay, so you can just sit here and practice your stepping. Boom. Okay, you can also think of this as like a V. Okay, because I'm stepping out and then I'm pivoting. Okay, notice how I'm not over rotating. I'm not doing this, which is very, it's a very common mistake. Okay, so I want to make sure when I turn, boom, I'm in my outlet stance, in my fighting stance. This way I can throw strikes from here. Okay, if I do this, I can't throw any good proper strikes. So I need to make sure that I'm in a good stance when I throw my technique. So I'm here and here. Okay, you can also train on the other side as well. Let's switch to this side. I'm going to step with my right. I'm going to pivot here, and I'm still in my good fighting stance. Okay, so you can train that. That is what we're covering in Krav Maga for this week. Tomorrow we'll cover another footwork, another type of footwork that we do when we have to advance to the side or even to the rear. All right, so give those a try, and if you have any questions, comment below or leave me a message on my Facebook page. All right.